Hey everyone, finish watching the next episode of Beetleborgs, the Littlest Brattleborg. Joe spots a kid pretending to be a Beetleborg. He helps an old lady across the street, but doesn't look both ways, except he does, but then I guess he doesn't. Whatever. With some quick thinking, Joe manages to keep them safe. The kid turns out to be Joe's cousin Oliver. He's come to stay with them for a while. The kids are about to head to Hillhurst, but tell Oliver he can't go. Oliver follows anyway. Inside Hillhurst, Oliver overhears the kids tell Flabber that they think he's annoying. Oliver tells himself that they'd like him more if he was a Beetleborg. Outside, he helps a girl get her kite out of a tree. He then turns around to find himself face to face with Noxic. The real Beetleborgs go to Zoom Comics. They think Oliver may have come back. When they see he didn't, they go out to look for him. The Magnivores are holding Oliver. They think he's a real Beetleborg and question him about where the others are. Oliver tries to take a picture of them, and Vexor gets the idea to send out a new monster, the Photominator, a camera monster. The Beetleborgs battle the monster. Typhus and Jara help it, while Noxic guards Oliver. The Beetleborgs defeat Photominator, and Oliver escapes after making Noxic feel insecure with himself. The Beetleborgs find Oliver, and they tell him that his cousins are probably sorry for what they said, and let him take a picture of them. This episode is definitely the weakest so far. It's not bad, everything works, it's just far from playing to Beetleborgs' strengths. Oliver is a grating character. He reminds me of when other kids' shows would add a child to the plot and they're just an annoying hindrance. The ironic thing here is that the cast is already kids. Oliver stands out by not really feeling like a real kid, coming across more like a cartoon character. His homemade Beetleborg suit is actually pretty impressive. He says his mom made it. She must be very talented. Most episodes so far have been inspired by classic monster movies. This one apparently takes inspiration from the short story The Ransom of Red Chief. I was not expecting that. The Ransom of Red Chief is all about a child so annoying that kidnappers turn themselves in to get away from him. The whole bit with Oliver and the Magnivores, I'm pretty sure, was inspired by that story. The monsters of Hillhurst don't get a whole lot to do this time. Flabber says he's spring cleaning, only to reveal he's literally cleaning springs that proceed to come to life and bounce around. Wolfie gets upset when Oliver tells him he's not afraid of him, and Fangula comes to comfort him, reassuring him that the boy was just in denial. Easily the highlight of the episode. A bee-fighter monster gets a lot of focus here, I think the most since Catastrophe. Photominator got a toy, making me think this may have been one of the earliest episodes produced. That would explain some of the awkwardness here. Man, Beetleborgs really picked the most random monsters to turn into toys. Like, when I think back to Beetleborgs and the most memorable monsters, it's not this frickin' loser. However, one interesting thing about Photominator is that he was voiced by Greg Bullock, best known as Lieutenant Stone from Power Rangers. Aside from acting, I know he's done promos for various Saban shows like Masked Rider and Dragon Ball Z. I checked IMDb for more information on him, and I found out his IMDb is pretty weird. The main picture of him at the top of the page is centered on some extra from a Turbo episode with Lieutenant Stone off to the side, barely visible. Besides Power Rangers, he hasn't done much acting-wise. The Magnivores get some entertaining banner here, but unfortunately it's not quite enough to save the episode. Van, Trip, and Heather make an appearance, completely separate from everything. They get scared by the monster, and Trip gets pizza on himself a couple times. Pretty weak humor, gives me flashbacks of Percy from VR Troopers or Bulk and Skull when Mighty Morphin needed a designated funny moment. So yeah, the first truly weak episode. Not bad, but far from the standard to be expected. Hopefully next time we're back to the quality we've come to expect. So that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
Of course he thinks you're scary.
Really?
Yes, he was just in denial.